little girl lost her hearing in a car accident. To help her hear again, her grandmother spent all her savings on a cochlear implant for her. But because she couldn't adjust, even the sound of a car horn would terrify her. Even in class, when her classmates answered questions loudly, she felt extremely uncomfortable. Seeing this, her grandmother's heart ached. So she talked to the school and started attending classes with her granddaughter. But after just a few lessons, the teacher complained to the principal. The principal urged the teacher to be more patient, but the teacher was really in a difficult position. It turned out the grandmother's presence was disrupting the class. Not only did she ask the students to speak softly, but she would even remind the teacher not to speak too loudly. Because of this, students in the back couldn't hear the lessons. Soon parents complained about the grandmother, and the teacher no longer allowed her in the classroom. Still worried about her granddaughter, she waited outside in the yard closest to the classroom, so her granddaughter could see her just by looking up. One day, it suddenly started pouring rain. The little girl felt awful seeing her grandmother getting soaked outside. Ignoring attempts to stop her, she rushed out of the classroom. The moment she saw her granddaughter running toward her, the grandmother's heart broke. The teacher understood the grandmother's good intentions, but still scolded her, saying this would only distract the child more. The grandmother kept apologizing. Feeling sorry for them, the teacher took them to the office. That night, the grandmother developed a high fever from being in the rain. She told her granddaughter to eat first, and that she would just rest on the sofa for a while. Seeing her grandmother coughing badly, the little girl sneaked out of the house while she was asleep. She went to a convenience store and bought a can of yellow peach slices, but on her way back she tripped and fell. She tried to pick up the rolling pin, until it rolled right to her grandmother's feet. Back home, the grandmother was shaken that she had gone out alone, and couldn't help scolding her. She still didn't know the canned peaches were bought for her. After talking for a while with no response from her granddaughter, she realized the cochlear implant was missing. Just then, a motorcycle passed by and ran right over the device. The grandmother searched with a flashlight along the path the girl might have taken. When she finally found it, the implant was already crushed. Her heart sank, but as soon as she entered the house, she saw her granddaughter had cut her hand while trying to open the can. The grandmother broke down. She kept scolding her granddaughter, while rushing to find the first aid kit. When she returned, she saw her granddaughter holding a piece of peach for her to eat, saying it would make her cough go away. Hearing this, the grandmother felt heartbroken. Because they now needed money for a new cochlear implant, the grandmother started eating leftover food, while cooking fresh meat for her granddaughter. But the little girl scooped half of the leftovers into her own bowl, and gave the fresh meat to her grandmother. Later, both of them started vomiting and having diarrhea. They had no choice but to be admitted to the hospital together.